Hello everyone, I am King Mac, and I'd like to thank you all for watching this feature presentation on YouTube. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger, along with some french fries and a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Thank you all for watching, and here is our feature presentation of TTBurger Remastered game reviews on YouTube.
Every day that I wake up in a nightmare.
Hello my friends, how y'all doing today? You're watching TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube, and I'm your host Tony, as we continue with more TTBurger Remastered Game Reviews series. We're on the final part of my Soul Series review, Episode 9, Part 5 of 5 parts in the SoulCalibur franchise. Now, I know I didn't really look at any of the spin-offs or SoulCalibur 6 or stuff like that, but like I mentioned, I don't care for spin-offs, and SoulCalibur 6 was a reboot, and I didn't really care for it that much and stuff. It didn't really change anything for me, so I skipped it, and I sold the game, and I don't really have it anymore. And today we're looking at the final game here on the SoulCalibur franchise before it took a long rest, or then SoulCalibur 6 came out and stuff. And this game promised new characters, new gameplay, new modes, and more. And did they deliver? We'll have to find out. Before I get started here, I want to give shout out to Freaking HD and Sub-Zero, MNX for King Mac, alongside the Hyperlamnia, Britos Goes Stateside, Griffin Puff, Black Healer, Meg, along with Homie RJ, Red Hood Assassin, The Sensational Jet, Rockstar Pool 69, and Hogojira, and definitely to check out the content, they're awesome, definitely. And before we can even get started here with the final part of my SoulCalibur Remastered series review, those of you who missed what happened in episode 9, part 4 of 5, bring it over here. It's a TTBurger recap to show you all what you missed. Let's take a look at SoulCalibur 4 for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 that featured Star Wars characters like Darth Vader, Yoda, and the Apprentice of Starkiller. And I gave it a 6.5 out of 10 because the story mode was short and disappointing, not very many modes, the museum mode was lackluster, and it just didn't really have much to offer compared to how SoulCalibur 3 had tons of content there. This one just really felt like it was rushed out the door and stuff to get out for the summer season or so, and it still got some gameplay ability in it, so that it still feels like a SoulCalibur game, but just proceed with caution, because those who play the other games will be disappointed here by this. Now we're gonna zoom ahead to the year 2012, at the beginning of the year back in January, back when it'd been about a year since I graduated college or something like that, and we got it right here. This is SoulCalibur V for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 once again, was on January 31st, 2012. Now, does SoulCalibur 5 improve on SoulCalibur 4 and bring the game back to its roots, stuff like that? The answer is absolutely not. Sadly, SoulCalibur 5 was a huge letdown, pretty much the worst game in the franchise of the main games in the series, not counting the spin-offs and stuff like that. After the mediocre SoulCalibur 4, Namco Bandai Games had a chance to redeem themselves with this game, but ended up making everything worse with a game that reeks being rushed out the door with very little care and effort put into it, and the final result is this pile of junk. The problem started mainly when we realized a lot of fan characters are missing. We replaced with successor characters that are unlikable, just not fun to play with, which I will get to later. Lack of modes, an awful story mode, the fact that they catered more to the online play and stuff like that, and they just rushed everything out. Then more than SoulCalibur 4, no museum mode or endings or anything like that, just has the word rushed all over it. Let's get started here. The story takes place 17 years after SoulCalibur 4. This time it stars the son and daughter of Sophia Alexandra, Pyrrha, and Patroclus as they venture to Europe and more to stop the evil manifestation of the Curse of Souls, Soul Edge, and the Nightmare for good, and that's basically it. That's all the story you get. The problems with the story are the following. The two main characters, Pyrrha and Patroclus, are the worst characters in the series. Pyrrha is a scared, shaky crybaby who cries over spilled milk and runs away like a coward all the time, and she's the older of the two, and she acts like she's the youngest. Even when she wins a fight, she still cries and complains about her head hurting more, so it doesn't even feel like you won as her. I mean, sure, it's fun, it's okay to play as her because she's similar to Sophia and Cassandra and stuff, but just that her attitude and everything, just ugh. Patroclus, on the other hand, is way worse. He is a whiny brat who acts all stuck up and is a self-centered asshole who killed an innocent man in the story because he thought he was his mouth because he had pale skin and stuff, and kills him in front of a crowd. And he is so hated that fans like to pretend he does not exist. And the sad thing is, he is the primary protagonist of the game. And I think to myself, this is who replaces Siegfried as the main protagonist. And the fact that Siegfried really gets any screen time while a nightmare at all is shunned to the background. It's just an insult to us SoulCalibur fans. The story is told through a mix of pre-rendered cutscenes and mainly told through storybook still image scenes, which has a storybook with like still images with the voice acting playing, and they look awful and unfinished. 90% of the cutscenes look like this. I mean, I understand what they're trying to go through, but it looks like they just didn't bother to finish them, because it looks like something you see in a storyboard of creating a TV show or something like that, but looking at storyboard and stuff. The pre-rendered cutscenes that they have look amazing, but there are so few of them it doesn't even matter. And also the lip syncing is kind of awkward. Sometimes it matches to the Japanese, sometimes it matches to the English, and you can't really tell at all. The story is so short and uninspiring, and like most characters don't even have endings. Like nobody has endings. You only play as Pyrrha, Patroclus, Away, and Alpha, Patroclus, like that and such. You cannot play as any character story like I did last time. You have to follow these idiots the whole time. Hell, certain characters barely get any screen time at all, like Ivy, Voldo, and Zaslamal and Astral. All of them, they barely get any time at all. It's like they're just thrown away. So if you're hoping to see your favorite character in the story mode, good luck with that. Some of the new characters do not even show up at all. Like I said, we learn nothing about them. Even these new characters don't even show up, you learn nothing about them. The story's only 20 matches long, and that may seem quite a bit, but you compare to like how big SoulCalibur 3's story is, and can't even compare it to SoulCalibur 4's story, because there was actually story in that stuff. It was short, but at least every character had endings. Here, it's just one story, and that's it. And we also got this glitch in the story mode where if you die, you have to rematch your opponent, and when you advance and win, the cutscene will not have any audio in it and stuff. You only fix this when you go to another episode. It just reeks the game being rushed out the door. And why was this here? Couldn't they have fixed this? I mean, it's so annoying. I mean, this is so stupid. I mean, why would they release the game in this unfinished state? I mean, come on here, Namco Bandai Games. You're better than this. You did better with SoulCalibur 3 and stuff like that. And you're just like, it's just a big fuck you. So all us fans who are waiting for the next SoulCalibur game, we get this pile of garbage, burger junk, whatever we call it. I could go on and on here. We have more to talk about, and we'll be here forever if we don't continue. So let's continue here. The presentation of SoulCalibur V, it's excellent graphics, probably the best part of the game. But you look at the character models and everything like that, they look like they were copy and pasted from SoulCalibur 4. And this time the graphics started to show their age. The characters there look detailed once again, but the hideous costumes are here, and the new characters just look like they had outfits copy and pasted from the transitions onto them. And you look at Voldo, he looks nothing like how he did in the other games. And Yoshimitsu looks nothing like how he did, but then again, this is the new Yoshimitsu that killed the original Yoshimitsu and stuff. And Keelik looks nothing like how he did before. They all look hideous. It's like what happened with Tekken 7 and stuff. But that's off topic though. I already mentioned the cutscenes, don't need to talk about them anymore. The backgrounds, while I do a detail of them, once again, some of them come off as generic. While each character has their own stage, which is something that I like, that the last game didn't do, a lot of them don't look very good. Pyrrha's stage is the best, but even hers looks like it came from somewhere else, because her stage is like a city on fire and stuff, and Ivy's has got like this carnival place and stuff, and Tira's got this this like wasteland stuff. It's just yeah. The frame rate for the most part is smooth. There is a little slowdown, but not much. The weapon spin effects all look amazing and top notch. For the sound though, mediocre. The voice setting for both English and Japanese are not very good. Both audio tracks, the characters come off as whiny crybabies. Sure, the Japanese audio is better by a little bit, but a lot of the actors just like, what happened? They sound awful, like they don't want to be here, and I wouldn't blame them. But the Japanese audio is passable, but the English audio is awful. Like, especially when you hear Pyrrha crying or Chocolate's whining and stuff, that it just ear rapes you. You just want to get earplugs just to like so you don't want to hear them crying and stuff. The announcer is new. It's like this guy with a deep voice and stuff like that. He sounds okay, but his lines have been copy and pasted from last time for the most part. And when he introduces the characters, it sounds like it's being phoned in. The music is actually a little better than SoulCalibur 4's music, but not to harp on it, the past game has better music. I mean, the only good audio track, the song-wise, is Pyrrha's. Just hers actually sounds like SoulCalibur. The others do not very much. The gameplay of SoulCalibur V is where everything falls apart because it's shallow and lacking all at the same time. The game was already a mess, but the gameplay takes the cake here. Here we have barely any modes, just like the story mode, arcade battle, legendary souls, and more. Arcade's probably the best of the bunch, but it is short, only 6 matches with 3 rounds, and it goes by quickly. And the opponent in AI has that balance issue once again, where it's too difficult or too easy. Legendary Souls sounded like an interesting idea, but it is the worst of the bunch. The AI is way too overly cheap, it does not give you a chance to win. And the sad thing is, some of the unlockable characters like Keelik can only be unlocked by beating this mode. And a couple of characters couldn't even unlock because of this. The guest characters like Devil Gentleman from Tekken and Ezio from Assassin's Creed are here. They're okay, but they feel like expansions for creative characters. Speaking of creative character, it is untouched and copy and pasted from SoulCalibur 4 with no changes at all. While the creative character was fine, here you could expect them to add more. Like you look at all the items you can get, you pretty much have those in SoulCalibur 4. And like I mentioned earlier, we have replacement characters for fan characters, and apparently they got older, died, and stuff like that. These replacement characters are awful. They're unlikable. They're pretty much stuck-up assholes, or they're whine, or they're overly happy and stuff like that. And like, Pyrrha is probably the one that has the most character development, even though I don't like her, but she has the most character development, and Natsu, and like, I don't even remember all the names, that's how memorable they are. But it makes me angry that they killed off Sophitia and Cassandra. Sophitia is now this Elysium god who starts Sophitia, and she's like the main boss and stuff. She's killed by Patroclus, or the stories like that, but there's no mention of Cassandra dying or anything like that. I mean, he could have had Cassandra be the main protagonist stuff since Siegfried's gone. Since Siegfried's Siegfried's not gone, but you could have had Cassandra be the main protagonist and take down Elysium. That's what they could have done, but they had to focus on Patroclus and Pyrrha, these whiny little brats. And nothing makes sense in this game. The only thing the developers put effort into is the online play. And it's one of those games that favors online play over offline play, and it's a big fuck you to longtime fans who wanted a great sequel and stuff. And we get this pile of burger fuck you to the fans, stuff like that. It's a big burger fuck in the face. I don't have much to say here. This game was so bad it killed SoulCalibur for me. Sure, SoulCalibur 6 was a reboot. It retconned certain things, but it was too late. The damage was already done, and it killed the series for me. So if they make a SoulCalibur 7, I won't play it. I tried SoulCalibur 6, and it was a little bit better, but it just DLC for the characters, like how did you mention there's DLC for creative character options too, and there's DLC to unlock characters like Cassandra and Pyrrha and stuff in SoulCalibur 6. I'm not gonna waste time or money on this stuff. Just have it all on the disc for crying out loud, for fuck's sake. Final thoughts: SoulCalibur 5 is awful. It is an embarrassment to the SoulCalibur series, and it's abysmal, and pretty much just ruined the series altogether, and nothing could redeem it. Even SoulCalibur 6 was a reboot. SoulCalibur 5 gets a 2 out of 10 because it's very bad, a lot of problems and shit, and it gives a shit that should just not even be worth playing. I'm sure there are gonna be some people who do like it because they like SoulCalibur stuff like that, but it was just very bad for me. It was so bad that it was almost as bad as, it wasn't as bad, it was almost as bad as, Tekken 7 was almost as bad as, I thought Tekken 7 was bad, this was worse. And that's pretty much it for my Soul Series review. Hope you all enjoyed. And sorry we had to go off with a big thumbs down like this. Was the best I could do because the game was just awful. You guys want SoulCalibur action? So let's check out the other SoulCalibur games. Even SoulCalibur 4 was better than this. Just stay away from this game as far as possible. It should be avoided at all costs. Here's all I gotta say. This is Tony. Peace out. Have a great day. Stay tuned. There's more videos coming. I'm gonna wrap up the end of the year with some more videos here. Then next year, we'll have some surprises as well. Which all I gotta say is Tony. Peace out. Have a great day. See you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.
I'm scared of being rich. I'm scared of being poor. I'm scared of being lonely.